Hello and welcome to Paper Plays Julie K.
Welcome everyone. I'm thrilled that you could join me this week for another week of Margarete Miller's weekly collage planner. And we are already on to week number 33. And again, I've been enjoying working on this planner, coming up with layouts using very random collage bits and pieces and trying to make them look somewhat cohesive onto a page. And again, we're on week number 33, and this week the collage prompts are electronic, whatever that means to you. And so I did go through my stash to see what I could find that kind of fit that word electronic, and of course it's in quotes. And I came up with a couple things. I had a rubber stamp that's like an electronic typewriter, so I could use that. I also came across this random bit, and a long time ago, my dad gave me a whole bunch of these, and I think this might be my last piece. And it says United Electric Control Company, and I think like these were on some sort of electric type panel, and that maybe some sort of piece actually would like, you know, write on it and it would move on something. I think, I'm not quite sure, I don't really know for sure, but it's an older piece of ephemera that came from some electronic machine. And it has like different times on it, and again it says United Electric Control Company, and it's from Massachusetts, Watertown, Massachusetts. So like I said, that was something from a long time ago, and I just thought that was kind of cool. So maybe I could figure out how to use part of it and just make sure I leave the word electronic on there, possibly, because I really like that piece of ephemera. And then let's see, a security envelope pattern, and I think I did grab a couple of envelopes, and you can see there's a pattern on that one, or also blue one on this one, so I could use either one of those. And then also I forgot to say too, on the electric one, I did come across this little vintage ad, and it's just for a motion picture projector, an 8mm. So that's also kind of electric on there. It has an on-off switch, so I could also use that for some sort of electronic thing on that one. So I showed you the security envelopes, and then the next one's something with a star or stars on it, and so I did pull out a couple of things. I do have, you know, postage stamps that have the United States flag on it, and there's stars on that. Also, in that encyclopedia that I picked up a while ago from the thrift store for free, I went through that, and then there is like a little cluster. This says the globular star cluster. M13 is found in the constellation Hercules, so I have a picture of stars, so I could use that in my layout. And then I also have some stickers of like 4th of July stickers that's been in my stash for a long time. Again, I purchased it at Tuesday morning for 99 cents, but there's a lot of things, like there's another flag in here, there's some random stars. This one says Stars and Stripes. And then I also like this one right here with a little banner that has a bunch of stars on it. So, or I have put a couple of random stars on there too. The hat has stars on it. So I have a couple different options for a star choice. And then the next one was a doodle. And so I was thinking I'd probably just maybe randomly grab a marker or a Sharpie off of my desk and just do some sort of doodle on my final thing. Or if I wanted to, I do have this little ephemera set too. It was a Tattered Tangles. And these all are like doodles that someone had drawn for the company Tattered Angels. So I could use one of those because they're kind of like doodle drawings. So I could use one of those on here too. And then the next one is something industrial. And so I kind of thought the first thing that popped into my head was like the Industrial Revolution. And I know like trains back then, I think, were a big part of helping industries grow and moving product around. And I was going through an old magazine that I had that had some vintage ads on it that were really cool. But I found this one, and it says from the photo album, and it has some different locomotives, and I don't know that these were from the Industrial Revolution, which I think occurred a lot earlier, but it still works. These ones are more from the 30s and the 50s and the 40s, but I still thought that that would work for industrial. You know, I could cut out one of the little trains on here. And then I had another like postage stamp here if I needed it for the flag one. And then the last thing bonus was text from a book page. And so I do have a book page here with text on it. So I could use that. And so maybe I will start with my layout. I'll just lay this down onto the back of here. And this came from a Reader's Digest magazine. Or not magazine, but book. And I can go ahead and cut out one of the trains here. So I have this really small one or this little bit bigger one. So maybe I'll cut out both of those and then see which one works better into my layout. So I guess, and it says security envelope pattern. So I'm just going to open up one of these envelopes just to have a pattern to play with here. Okay, well that's kind of neat actually, just to maybe have the train showing through here. And so I kind of cut these out, I guess, for no apparent reason, because I think I might want this somehow on here. So I think I can get it to fit on there. So that would be kind of neat. So what I'm going to do is just go ahead and put just a little bit of glue on the back side of this. And I might have to wipe some of it off, but I'm going to line it up where I want it here. And today, I guess I don't really, some days when I come into doing these layouts, I kind of have an idea, and today I really don't have an idea, other than, like I said, I just grabbed first couple things that kind of met the criteria, so. Just to have another type of layer, possibly to layer onto here somehow. So I'm just going to do that just for now, because I'll probably end up cutting this one down. So I need something electronic. So my electronic items were kind of these three things. So what if I do, because right there I can see that word electronic right there. So electronic security envelope pattern, something with a star or stars on it. So I still have this that I could put up in there. I have my postage stamp, which, you know, I could tear this down. And use that on here somehow. A doodle, and then something industrial, which is the train, and then text from a page. So there's text up here. But it still, even if I cut this off right here, it still seems kind of plain to me. So I don't know if I wanted to add one of these doodles. I should look and see what's even in here. And none of these are speaking to me right now, so I don't think I'm going to use any of those. I have another random box of stuff here. I'm just going to look and see if anything in here works. So I admit I'm struggling a little bit with this layout. I really don't like it, but you know, I like the idea of the train behind here. So maybe I just need to rip this down a little bit. Just give it some more character. So I have this little piece of ephemera that someone else had gifted me in like a little ephemera swap. It must have been like a stamped image that they stamped on something. So maybe I'll use this. Like put that right down here. And this is just a random number from my little stash there. I might just put that there just to use up something. Like, you know, it could be train number 6 or something, who knows. Or 9, I guess, if I wanted to turn it around. I'll do 6. And that. So electronic, I have this little piece of paper that says electric on it that was used from something that was electronic. Security envelope pattern. Something with a star on it. I have the flag, but I could add some more stickers on there if I wanted to. Something industrial. I'm using the train for my industrial. Bonus is a text from a page. So I have that. And so I could add just a couple more somethings to this just to try and make it a little more adhesive, I guess. So I do have enjoy the little things, so I could put that up there, a little sentiment. I have these stickers that I could kind of break down a little bit, like this says memories or thoughts. This one says journey, so maybe I could use that one. That one wouldn't be bad. And I know I've used these stickers before in here, but this little hole right here is bugging me, so maybe I could just stick that little butterfly sticker there. I still feel like I don't like that I can see the background over here, so maybe if I stick this other security envelope behind here, or maybe if I use this one, the same blue one, maybe that would be a little bit better. And I guess I could just tear this too. I don't have to leave it so long. Go like that. So I guess I'm kind of okay with that, but I still feel like I need a little something up here. This is just a random piece of border from my scrap pile that I'm just going to lay there just to hide whatever's in this background piece. And I'm just trying to see if I could find, you know, if I like maybe putting something up there or another sticker, or maybe I could add some more stars. I guess I still have this piece right here too that I could add with a star cluster. Okay, guys, I really am not liking this, but I don't know what else to do different for what I have in my stash. So I think what I'm going to just do is at least get the base layers down and maybe play with a couple more things. I'm just not quite sure what it is that isn't working for me, but and it's probably because I really don't love anything on here other than I like this little piece of paper right there. That's about the only thing I really like on it. But like I said, I'm just going to glue it all down and kind of go from there, I guess. So I did finish gluing everything down, and I'm happier than when I initially started with this layout. I think that the little paper doll, Tim Holtz paper doll, kind of helped pull it together a little bit. I know that wasn't one of the prompts, but we can add extra things to our collages if we need to. Again, this probably isn't on my top list of favorites. It's probably down there in one of my more least favorite ones, but I guess we can't love them all. And I'm going to go through the prompts one last time and move on to another week. So again, this was week number 33. The first thing was electronic, or whatever that means to you. And so I had this really cool background piece of paper that was from some electric control thing. And then I also had electronic typewriter. And I went ahead and added the word journey on top of it just because it felt like it went well with the train that I'm using for another one of the prompts. The next item was security envelope pattern, and I do have a security envelope right here, and you see a little bit showing behind here. I did have one glued behind here, but most of it got covered up. Something with a star on it, so I have the American flag, I have this star, and then also this little hat. And I chose this little hat with the stars because I had also chosen this little ticket that felt like kind of went along with the train. It just says, "Life is a ticket to the greatest show on earth." And then this kind of reminded me of like those big hats that the guy in the circus wears. So, and this just seemed like a circus type ticket. And then let's see, the next one was a doodle. So I just did a quick little doodle here with a pen, something industrial, and I chose the train. It just reminded me of the Industrial Revolution, how trains kind of helped move product along from different factories, and so that's what I chose. And then the last one was bonus is text from a book page, and I have a book page up here. So that is my week number 33 collage, and again, I don't think it's one that I like, but like I said, you can't love them all. So hopefully I'll see you guys back next week for week number 34, and fingers crossed that the prompts are better than this week's prompts. So until next time, I hope you guys all have a wonderful day and happy crafting.